It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. The show is called The Legends, and I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. In the House of the Legends, I got my co-host, Jose Lewis, with me, and y'all going to be seeing a lot of him, man, because that's my co-host. In the House of the Legends, he's a rapper, man. He's been around for a while. He's shared the stage with a lot of greats. In the house, I give you Donyros. Welcome to the Legends, man.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
So let's go back to you, man, as a child.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about how you actually created yourself to the point where you said, you know, as far as musically, how did you actually develop that?
Well, I started out writing poems. So I was like the baby, I love you, and whatever rhymes with that, you know what I mean? And I had wrote a poem one day for my teacher, my sixth grade teacher, Miss Aponte. And she said, listen, you're gonna do something with this one day. And I was like, I am? She was like, yeah, don't stop doing it. And I was like, all right. Fast forward to backtrack. I'm gonna fast forward first. I seen her maybe 10 years later, and she said, you know, I still got that poem you wrote for me on my refrigerator. And I was like, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that made that was validation right there.
That's
you know what I mean?
awesome.
So, but to backtrack now, I always had a thing to play with words, you know, and how can I make them sound the greatest they could sound. So, but it started from poetry though.
Okay. Yeah. And who actually influenced you as far as saying to yourself, well, this is what I might want to do, to the point where you end up doing it anyway?
Well, the hip hop culture in general, you know, watching Yo MTV Raps back in the days, Video Music Box, you know, watching Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Run DMC, just that culture of it, it's something that I always liked. And then Crush Groove. A lot of people might not even know what Crush Groove is when they're like, Crush Groove. No, I'm not saying, I'm saying like Crush Groove. But yeah, Crush Groove was a big movie for me when I was a kid watching that. But yeah, just the hip hop culture in general motivated me for this.
To the point where you said to yourself one day, I might want to take this to a reality, as far as really putting myself out there to be exclamatory?
Yeah, well, I kind of fast forward a little bit. I was recording with my man Trife. Shout out to Trife. We went to the studio, and we recorded a couple joints. And this was my kind of my first time in the studio, kind of.
How that made you feel, man? Just be behind that booth. What was running through your mind, man?
Oh man, the same feeling I got right now. It just I feel at home. I feel like I'm supposed to be here. I was supposed to be there.
Now, growing up in Yonkers, you spoke a little bit about your teacher being that support, someone who initially said, stick with it, you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you see them years later, and they can see you now in this interview and look back and say, wow, that was my student, I encouraged him. That sense of fulfillment is home for most of us.
Yes.
Do you feel as if you could speak to yourself back as a little kid? What would you say?
If I could speak to myself back when I was a little kid, just keep doing it. You know, just keep doing it, because there was plenty of times when I didn't want to do it. My dad didn't want me to do it. He used to see me writing in my notebook, like, man, get out that notebook. You ain't gonna be no rapper.
Right.
You know, there was times I personally didn't want to do it. There was a time when I was on the block, Riverdale, shout out 288, and I was ready to throw my books away. And my man Bubs at the time, he was like, yo, if you throw these books away, we going you know what, and I was like, all right, then I ain't throwing the books away.
Shout out to Bubs.
I brought the word, shout out to Bub. I went right back upstairs, put the book right back upstairs, and I kept going. But it was one of those days when I was like, man, this ain't working. It ain't never gonna happen.
It's sort of like people had you pre-recorded already, man.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up something for you, man. You know, in your bio, you talk about the passing of your mother and your father.
Yeah.
How did it actually elevate you in life to say, you know, I want to change my whole characteristics as far as life is concerned?
I mean, honestly, it's still rough for me. I ain't gonna lie. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? You know, Father's Day come around, my dad ain't here. Mother's Day come around, my mom ain't here. Any type of family events, you know, can't call and say, hi, how you doing? I can't introduce my dad to this one. I can't introduce my mom to that one. But that's more of a motivation to keep me going. And I know they watching me
Right.
from up there, you know, and I know this is, it may not what they had planned for me to do, but I know they're happy that I'm doing it, so.
Absolutely.
You know, keeping the negative away from you, how do you actually apply yourself to that? Because in this game, we seem to attract to a lot of positive negativity in
Yeah.
a sense.
Correct.
So being around people that influence you, how do you actually react to the point where I don't want to go left?
For one, I stay in the house. And,
Okay.
You know, I stay out the way. You
Stay
know?
out of
Right.
trouble.
Yeah,
You stay out of
yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
Like unless it's something like meaningful for me to come out, then I'm coming out.
Right.
I mean, I hang out with the fellas here and there, you know what I'm
Right,
saying,
right.
but nothing too crazy.
But what would be an event to bring you out?
I mean, it don't take much. I
It
ain't
didn't
gonna lie.
take much.
Well, it ain't much here, right?
Okay.
It don't take much, you know. But yeah, just you know, I like to. I like to do a lot of things. I like comedy shows.
Okay.
I love to laugh. I mean, I'll sit up in the front. Please roast me, you know. and all
Okay.
that. I
hear
like.
you.
I like to go. I like live bands. You know, a little dancing here and there. Just
Well, you're
listening
gonna catch a lot of that at the Legends show.
Yeah. So I like a little bit of everything, you know.
My question to you, man, is, you know, I forgot what the question is, man.
Uh-oh.
What is the question? The question would be,
Okay.
where can we go out and see you next?
Well, next, I mean, if you would like to, I'll be in ATL next month.
Okay, an Atlanta trip. What's
Yeah.
going on in Atlanta?
Well, I got a radio interview out there with 92.9 Spins and 87.3 The Hype.
Nice.
For my single that I got currently out. It's called Come Get It.
Come Get It.
It's in heavy rotation out there, so shout outs to ATL, shout outs to the radio stations out there spinning it. So they're going to talk to me about that and, you know, whatever else comes to mind that they feel like talking about. So
Now, this single, we could start streaming it.
yes, you could stream. You could pull out your phone right now and stream it while we right here.
We're gonna invite our viewers to do so.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So the song is called "Come Get It." It's on all streaming platforms. Yeah, come get it, Donyros. Just DONYROS. The song is called "Come Get It," and when you see "Come Get It," you're gonna see a catalog of my work as well.
Beautiful.
So there's like, it's not just that song. It's a lot of other good songs that you'll enjoy. And like I said, I got something for everybody. You know,
I remember what I was going to say to you. You started from the 90s to now. Has the culture changed since? And I mean, in your eyes?
I mean, as far as lyrics.
Speaking about, I mean, like hip hop artists, their attitudes, things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit. I mean, it's, you know, the younger generation. They, you know, they got whatever they got going
the
on.
culture overall
Yeah,
has
right,
expanded
right.
to the new generation.
Yeah, so-
what would you say is the trendy thing right now for the hip hop culture or the youth that are listening?
Honestly, I forgot what kind of music it's called because I don't even be really listening to none of this stuff, to be honest with you. It's like what they call it, the trap.
Okay,
trap,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
my fault.
absolutely, absolutely. So coming from that '90s era, this was before social media.
Yeah.
We have now all of these platforms that we could find each other on. Where could they find you on social media?
Yes, Instagram at I am Donyros, IAMDONYROS. I'm on Facebook, Donyros, DONYROS. I'm on TikTok. TikTok is I am Donyros.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I'm on all streaming platforms as well. So
Let's talk about some of the heavyweights that you shared the stage with, man. And how did you actually encounter that?
honestly, you know, you got pay to play, man. You know,
Okay.
you know how it goes, man.
I hear you.
Especially back in the days, you know, like they got all these these people putting stuff together, and I'm like, hey, if you give me this amount, I'll get you a slot, whatever the case is. And it just comes down to, do you really want the slot or not? And I always looked at it as exposure for myself.
Right.
Correct.
At the end of the day, regardless of how much I paid for it, I was looking at the bigger picture, like, all right, people gonna see me rapping.
It's part of your
at the end
marketing
the day.
strategy.
Yeah, so.
And it's a part of the business overall.
Yeah.
There are some younger people that ultimately have this idea that can just get on their phone, make a track, submit it, and they're going to be discovered. Can you just give us a little bit of insight as to how that happened for you?
As far as getting discovered, I mean, so back in the days, like, you had to actually, like, be outside. Like, I was in many a ciphers, you know, battling. You know, like, that's how we got our name up. We was battling, and whoever, you know, obviously, if you was nice, they would talk about you.
Right, right.
And I used to rock with King Kurt from the Sporty Thief. Shout out to King Kurt.
Okay.
You know, and he showed me what to do and what not to do. You know, because when I came to him, you know, I was kind of all over the place, and then he just showed me a few tricks and tips that I took, and I mastered it now. So.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Shout
being
out to
from
King
Yonkers,
Kurt,
are you going to
man.
being from Yonkers, yo, do you plan to give back to them in a sense?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all about the youth at the end of the day, but
Right.
not just musically though. Like,
The message.
yeah, like, you know, I see a lot of dope artists that was doing their thing, that they giving back to the kids now.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even like if it's Big Brother or whatever the case may be, but they giving back in that way. At some point, I would like to give back in that way. You know, and just do it like that. So,
Who's producing and remixing your stuff right now, man?
well, let's start with the engineering.
Okay.
I mix and master my own stuff.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
So, and anything that you're gonna hear from my music, I mixed and mastered it myself.
Okay.
Producers, I got various producers. I got people I could reach out to. One of them is my man Blaze, so shout out to Blaze. He produced a track actually on my Good Eats Volume 4. Damn, I'm stuck right now. What was
We're never stuck. We're just taking a pause.
that? Yeah. Kick My Flow.
Okay.
Yeah, It's Kick My Flow. So shout out to Blaze, man. And I got a few other people, like, you know, that are close to that. You know, we work some things out here and there.
So a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yes,
There's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
behind the
things
scenes.
that coming from that early hustle culture where it's word of mouth, where you're actively participating in a cypher, you know, you have your poetry, you have this lyric where if you put a beat to it, if someone comes and wants to dance to it, you have that collaboration. Are there any of those who you're collaborating with today?
From the town, or you mean like just in
general.
Well, I got a feature with Hell Rail, Dipset.
All right, shout out
on
to
my,
them.
Yeah, on my next project. So shout out to Hell Rail.
And what is your next project?
My next project is called Press Run,
Nice.
and the backstory to that is, like, I feel, and I'm standing on it, I feel that my music could go along with anybody's, and
Right.
I'm not shying away from it. The only difference is that I'm just not on.
It's relatable.
Yeah, but like the music is like right there. So, and I'm gonna make my case for that on the project.
I heard a little snippet of it, and it's definitely something I could dance
It's
to.
dope.
Yeah,
It's dope.
yeah.
Let's talk about being competitive, man, because, you know, the rap game is like everybody wants to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, so let's talk about, were you ever had a fear about competition or the way that people would give you negative feedback, or were you actually afraid of saying, well, hey, of rejection from your viewers and things of that nature?
Honestly, like, that's how I got better. You
Okay.
know, the people I was around, like, when I had something garbage, they tell me like, yo, that was garbage.
All right. You had
Like,
an
straight
honest-
up.
you had an
You know what I'm
honest
saying?
side,
So,
yeah.
but I prefer that. Like, don't have me thinking I got some stuff.
Right.
And then turn around, I get in front of a whole different crowd, and they like, boo.
That's how you know who
what
your
I'm
real
saying?
friends are.
So, but like I said, King Kurt was one that told me about myself when I didn't have the greatest lyrics. There was
Right.
a couple people on the block that used to tell me like, nah, that ain't it. But those are the type of people I want around me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody around me that's telling me it's hot if it's not. But I'm at the point now where I know what's hot.
Right.
Cause when I write lyrics, I write in third person. Like,
Okay.
what would I want to hear
Right.
if I heard something?
Right. Right.
So that's how I do it now.
What motivates you to write?
Life
I mean,
experiences.
Yeah, life experiences. I mean, and like I said, I love hip hop. Like,
Right.
hip hop is my first love, and it ain't going nowhere. So regardless of what, I'm always gonna love hip hop. I'm always gonna make music
I hear you.
because I just love the culture of it. So
If you had to change the culture in a more positive way to elevate it, how would you do that, man?
I mean, I don't know if I elevated, but just more music with just a little bit more substance and meaning to it.
Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes. Okay.
Like that's it. You know, like nowadays they call it microwave music. Here today,
Okay.
going tomorrow. You know, and people will put like it's like 1 million songs going out every day. Everybody's trying to get that next viral
Right.
song or whatever the case is.
It's about being viral as opposed to being entertaining
Yeah.
or imaginative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question for you: what's your favorite song out right now?
Honestly, I can't really tell you because I don't really be listening to this music.
So, what
man.
do you listen to?
I'm old school. I still listen to the Locks. I listen to Dave East. Who else? I mean, whatever's on the radio. I can't name, names and stuff like that. Like whatever's hot on the radio.
If it wasn't hip hop, what genre of music would you listen to?
Probably R&B.
R&B.
Yeah, and I'm a homer. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna ride with Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Like, 'cause she
Okay.
got her My Life album in particular got me through a lot.
Okay.
Well, shout out to Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
We'll
Mary
get this
J.
out to
Blige,
her.
Mary J. Blige.
My Life got me through a lot. I mean, even to this day, like, I listen to a couple joints and just it'll bring me back to a time.
If
when-
you were able to collaborate with her, what would you do?
like, what do you mean? Like, you mean what type of song would I do?
However, whatever type of collaboration with Mary J. Blige, what would you do? You tell me you do your own engineering, you do a lot of behind the scenes
Throw a
stuff,
hook
you
on it?
write,
Throw a hook on
do
the tracks?
What would you want to do with Mary J. Blige?
I would probably, definitely have her on a hook.
Right.
Like, definitely. I would say more like remember that joint that changes I've been going through.
Yeah.
Changes I've been going,
Right.
like something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Or the other joint on the pretty memories. I
Oh, that's the
know
jam,
you
that's the
can.
jam.
Like that joint, like something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some shout outs. Who you want to shout out to, man?
I'm gonna shout out my manager, D Majors. Good looking out, you know what I'm saying, for opening some doors and, and believing in me and all that good stuff. Shout out to the whole YO, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talented artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing their thing. Shout out to YO. And shout out to, for you, for having me here.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the opportunity. I can't name too many more names, but shout out to whoever's been, my support.
Right.
Y'all know who y'all are when you see this, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you for, just sticking around, good, bad, and different and all that. So
And
if
then
you-
stream the music, right?
definitely stream the music. Stream the music. You could start off with "Come Get It." That's my newest single.
Okay.
And like I said, once you get to my single, I have a hefty catalog of other music.
Okay.
The latest joint I just put out in January, they say trilogy. It's a quillogy, volume 4 to my good eats.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and then like I said, I got press run on the way, and I'm real excited for that. So.
Quick question. In the future, are you going to be producing other artists as well?
Producing.
Yeah. Have you thought about producing other artists?
I mean, like, as far as, I always wanted to make beats and stuff like that, so I'm going to tap into that sooner than later. But as far as, like, engineering, like, mixing and mastering, definitely. I mean, I did a few side jobs for a few people on the engineer tip, and I didn't get no complaints, so,
Okay.
yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you on my show, man, and, sharing your strength, hope, and experience through this journey of hip hop.
Nah, no doubt.
You know,
man.
and I'd like to know for sure, man, that as far as music videos, have you encountered some of those, and where can the viewers look for them if you have some?
I'm on YouTube right now. I ain't gonna lie, like I got like a couple joints on there. You know, I kind of had to revamp a few things.
Right.
So I sacrificed a lot of content that I had on there to start fresh. But you can still go on YouTube, Donyros, Donyros, and check out the few videos that's on there. But there's some videos on the way. One most recent, Kick My Flow, that's coming. April 1st, right, D?
Nice.
April 1st, yeah. That's a joint featuring, matter of fact, shout out to Autumn Guinevere, you know what I'm saying? Because she's on the song with me, Kick My Flow. So shout outs to you, Autumn. Yeah, and there's going to be more along the way. So
April 1st, we have...
the Kick My Flow
it's
video
Kick My
debut.
Flow, so new visuals for Kick My Flow. For April, we have Press Run.
Yeah, Press Run, 420.
420.
Yeah.
Let me see what we have for the spring and summer. What would you like to do this summer?
I just want to be outside. So any way I could be outside. Like if you got something and you want me to pull up, like even if it's for support, to mix and mingle, I could do that.
Well, he likes to stay in the house a lot, so I guess he's going to have to keep the windows open.
I'm
I'm here, man.
I know you definitely have something coming up soon for the summer.
outside.
There's a couple of festivals and things that you're definitely going to be invited to.
But you know what I see from you, man, is a man with confidence, man. Also a gift. You know, pretty laid back in the sense where you know what you want to do, and you're pretty much focused, man. And all I can say, man, God bless you in your future, man.
Nah, I appreciate
it.
for real.
I really appreciate you being on my show with my co-host.
Word.
And come back again, man. You know.
Nah, definitely. Listen, we gonna talk more after this, but I already got something in the works, an idea. I think you're gonna like it too. So.
And we're gonna be doing a live performance with him. He's gonna actually show you some skills today. As they say, spit a little something. And I thank you guys for actually viewing my show. And y'all stay tuned for another T-Lo video production. Thank you, guys. And thank you, my brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
So live from the show, The Legends, we have hip-hop recording artist Donyros performing off of his album, Good Eats Volume 4. This is Spaz Out.
Street slang, coming from the slums with the bums, then relief came. Pay attention, peep game, talk is cheap. Chaos, so you walk in peace. Argument, your partner mad, both of y'all still on the lease. Block is dead and fed, still hopping out the black caprice. Money being made, getting paid while you sound asleep. Right, get your whole flow around the beat. Otherwise, them other guys around you allowing critique. Capiche? Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Music bleeds from the heart, I believe from the start. 100 people protesting, screaming free Mr. Clark. I watch innocent souls stuff they socks with rocks, smoking it later. Somehow they tried to stop the clocks on the dot. I feel sorry for the last man digging in the trash can. Kidney stone detected from a CAT scan. Hustle hard to find God, y'all. This is your last chance. Mask on, fishing for a lick. This your last stance. Cold weather got your arms frozen in them dark moments. All them times you got away with murder in the town. Own it, fate seal. Praying that you stay real. A high percent of black males. And behind the gates kill. Banging on your ops. They clippers giving that Blake feel. When you down and out is no, then the state real. For real. Everything, every camera's protection from a weapon. Your brain, them Gamma 11s. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Why, yo? Street slang coming from the slums with the bums and relief came. Pay attention, peep game. Talk is cheap, chaos, so you walk in peace. Argument, your partner mad. Both of y'all still on the lease. Block is dead and fed, still hopping out the black caprice. Money being made, getting paid while you sound asleep. Get your bars right, build your whole flow around the beat. Otherwise, them other guys will drown you, allowing critique. Capiche? Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Music bleeds from the heart, I believe from the start. 100 people protesting, screaming free Mr. Clark. I watch innocent souls stuff they socks with rocks, smoking it later. Somehow they tried to stop the clocks on the dot. I feel sorry for the last man digging out the trash can. Kidney stone detected in the CAT scan. Hustle hard to find God, y'all. This is your last chance. Mask on, fishing for a lick. This your last stance. Cold weather got your arms frozen in them dark moments. All them times you got away with murder in the town. Own it, fake chill, hoping that you stay real. I hoppers in the black males, live behind the gates, kill. Banging on your ops, they clippers, giving that Blake feel. When you down and out, there's no, then to stay real, for real. Nowadays, every camera's protection from a weapon. Your feet sliding out them Gamma 11. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Cold nights, winter gloves with the mask out. Boxed in the corner, only way is to blast out. You was just playing it cool, taking the trash out. Options are limited, let it be a spaz out. Donyros, why yo? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Keep stacking. Keep stacking up. 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 You steady misbehaving. I know your snap location. I'm out here getting the cash. Put the whip in the stash. You out here playing. I'm every person's favorite. Shake your ass in them places. I'm coming around on your late shift. VIP in the lounge, low maintenance. VIP in the lounge, low maintenance. VIP in the lounge, low maintenance. Don't try me. Matter of fact, baby girl, what's your IG? You wanna glide to your body, throw away the body, and a smooth getaway in the crime scene. Glowing in the dark, lime green. Pistol whipping niggas, be kind, queen. Showed up in all of my 9 dreams. Same outfit, too kinda strange. Mind games, times change. Virtual reality's a live thing. Tell me where you at. Professor with a gas seductive mini man confessed in the chat. Mind clear with the high heels, gotta blow your back out. How your spine feel? Cash money, signed and sealed. Them geeks out make me wanna kill. You steady misbehaving. I know your snap location. I'm out here getting the cash, put the whip in the stash. You out here playing.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.